that call came in, I'm 1,000 miles away from home. I want to be there. I want to have a hand in what's going on. I'm hearing the response as this is happening in real time. So I'm listening to sirens and chaos as people are watching, and you realize you got a perspective that, you know, there's the game that we all get to play, and then there's life. We know that our thing is special because we talk about it all the time. You hear it at conferences, you talk about passing the knowledge on, and we're all in this together. But I don't know that you see it demonstrated the way that I saw it demonstrated. You know, there's a lot of people in this country that do this job, that have a harder job than me, but we had strength coach staffs pulling together money that are in our conference. I mean, these are opponents that we're going out, and on Saturdays, we want to see them lose. To have that kind of support network and that kind of fraternal connection with people, not because of anything that I did, just because we seem to understand what we do in the process of becoming a strength coach and what we say we're about, it'll put you beside yourself, man.
This is how we do it, do it. This is how a kingdom comes. This is how we get it done. This is how we do it, do it. This is how a kingdom comes. This is how we do it, do it.
Welcome to a hot Charleston, South Carolina, home of the Citadel and a good buddy, Donnell Boucher. Donnell and I go back probably about 10 years now, and I think that he's one of the most creative guys in the game. There's no better representative out there right now of somebody that understands making the big time where they're at. It's something that I often talk about, is pouring yourself into a place and making sure that you're leaving it better than you found it. Donnell's had opportunities to leave the Citadel for much bigger programs or NFL opportunities or things along those lines. But he's stuck a flag in the ground, and ultimately what makes you successful in this field is pouring your heart and soul into a spot, making it so that it's extremely hard to leave. And I think Donnell exemplifies that in a big way. So I'm excited to spend some time with him, excited to hang out with his staff, and bring a great episode to you. So sit back and enjoy. There he is.
Coach back,
What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Doing awesome.
How you been?
Never been better.
How incredible is this, huh?
It's a great place, man. Welcome to Charleston, welcome to the Citadel. Let's go check out the dog pound.
Awesome, man. Let's do it.
Welcome to the dog pound, as it's affectionately known. About 6,000 square feet. We love open space. I'm not afraid to take you right off the squat rack and work some speed mechanics up and down the aisles.
Right.
And also being, this is the only varsity weight room on campus, you know, we service 11 varsity sports here. So it's not uncommon for you to come in here early morning or in the late afternoon. And we have 3 teams. And so these aisles kind of serve as natural dividers and give us different sections of the room to work with.
Sure.
Our philosophy is we're going to train with our feet on the ground because that's the way we play our sports. I want to really focus on ground-based training. So you don't see much machinery in here at this point. These are the newer iron grips that just came out. We're pulling them in phases. We just got these done last semester. These are the fat grip and the XL handles. Over in this area, you can see we have got our 5 Sorinex racks here. Sorinex started making these racks, the XL series, exclusively about 4 or 5 years ago, and we were one of the first weight rooms to get them in. Another kind of unique thing that we got implemented here is we want to have, you know, our feet protected, and we want to put these people in positions to where they're going to be able to optimally perform the lift. So what we got in here is just custom made, you know, what our school colors Adidas weightlifting shoes. They're not the crazy wood bottom ones where, you know, you're not doing plyometrics with those on. These here are pretty versatile, so we love to squat, we love to get over here and jump, we get over the hurdles, we get up on boxes, use the contrast work. You can do that safely in these shoes. As we talk about the different implements that are around the room, these Intech trap bars, the functional trap bars that just came out recently.
Got one in my garage.
They really hit it out of the park.
Yeah,
we got those things in, and not only are they, they're light, they're manageable, which is tough to do with a bar like that, but they got that open back setting, allows you to get really creative. You can get the thing overhead, you can do work right in the middle of it and run, straight ahead.
Work.
Really, really unique single leg training that we've implemented, and we really are huge fans of those guys. These platforms have words on them. There's 3 platforms on this side that have the words, and then 3 platforms on the other side. And what the words are is honor, duty, and respect. That's the institutional's core values.
Right.
So that's not a weight room thing. It's not a sport program thing. It's the all-encompassing umbrella that the Citadel stands for. When you come here as a cadet, you're going to learn how to embody and demonstrate the core values of honor, duty, and respect. And we thought that was a fitting thing to have on the platforms when you come to the place that you got to work every day and you're building yourself up to go ahead and work towards your goals. When I look at our programs, it doesn't matter that I've been here for 10 years, and yeah, we've had some success recently. What got those kids to win a back-to-back championship for the first time in school history, that's not going to get us to win a three-peat this year. It's not going to work. And again, that's something that never challenged my thought process. I get it. Once you adapt to something, it's either change or you're done. So don't get me wrong, we don't take our programs and throw them out, at the end of the season and never revisit them. But we're constantly modifying 20, 30, 40% of what we did last year, and we're trying to find ways to get better. I don't know why, I can't tell you why, maybe it's just my personal belief, but I believe you can always be better. I believe you can always improve. No amount of success, no amount of achievement would ever put me to a place where I felt like that was it. I feel like there's always something that you can find, that you can tweak, that you can add in or take away, and it's going to improve your situation, so why not do it? I don't know, again, I wish I could tell you the definitive moment that made me feel like that, but if I was to give you life philosophy on me, I live my life by 3 basic points. I want to do better than before. So whatever you think of me now, I'm trying to improve on it the next time you see me. I'm trying to do a better job of what's assigned to me as a task. Number 2, I'm going to bring some people along with me. It matters to me to have company. I don't know. I'm not trying to say one philosophy is right and one's wrong, but for me, I want to go and pull as many people as we can into our program. I want to get athletes more bought in that weren't bought in last year. I want to go and collaborate with another part of campus and get them involved in what we're doing, because I believe in our mission. I believe in the objective that we're trying to achieve. And the last thing is I want to have fun. So if you're constantly trying to do a better job, you're trying to connect with more people, and you're trying to have a good time doing it, you can't stay the same. When I look at me and what got me here, it was because of the people who decided to pour themselves into me. To my eyes, this profession exists because we've paid it forward over and over and over and over again. The people that were pioneers, they brought people along, they trained into them the skills, the experiences necessary, and it kept the profession growing. And now we're at a point where we're seeing the industry expand, and we've certainly got a long way to go, but as one person, I'm not gonna make much of a difference. But if I can pull the people that get attached to me, that come to work under me, and I can pour myself into them to arm them with skills and the weapons necessary to navigate this profession and move forward and improve it, then I'm going all in on that. I'm gonna double down on that, and I'm gonna make sure that we prioritize staff development, because you can't mass produce quality coaches. So there she is, our beautiful bastion on the West Ashley is what they call it. But gorgeous views, obviously we're right here on the marsh. There's a boating center right here. It's getting re-dredged right now, so it'll be a fully operational waterfront that faculty, staff, and the cadets can take boats out on. But a great location. We're centrally located right downtown on the peninsula, where we've got access to everything else that's down there. And when the cadets, they don't get to get off campus all the time, but when they get their general leave, they'll be walking around down campus. They got a beautiful downtown to go and experience and hang out at. I think we make a mistake sometimes is we have this vision of what the weight room is supposed to look like, and then we want to lock people into it. We want to make them be what we want. What I try to do is see what they can become. I think there's a difference in that paradigm. What is it going to take to unlock this kid's motivation, to make this kid not only come here and work hard, but want to come back for more? And the way I look at our weight room is, the military, I've read about military bases over in Afghanistan and in the green zone over near where, combat was going on in the last decade and so. And I read about this mess hall. It was called the Pegasus Mess Hall. I forget the chef's name, but he spent a lot of time creating decor, upping the menu, put pictures up. And his mantra was, I want these soldiers to forget that they're in the war for the 60 minutes or the 30 minutes that they're coming to eat. And that's what I want our weight room. I want our weight room to be the place that they come and they forget about their challenges day to day. They forget about the fact that they're all in the same uniform and they look the same. I want them to come in there, and as long as they work hard and they're committed to our goals, that they can be themselves and they can cut loose, because you can't win with robots.
Back 2015, you had a tragedy happen in your family. Your grandmother, uncle passed in a fire. Your strength coach family and the Citadel family kind of came and really supported you. What's that mean to you to have that kind of community? And tell us a little bit about that story.
I mean, you talk about, you got highs and lows in our world. And I think the best way to illustrate that point is we had just come off a conference road win. We were in Alabama. We had a big win on the road. They're a quality program. And we got back and, Sunday morning, you kind of feel like you're on top of the world. You know how it is after a big win. That call came in and you hear what's going on the other side of it. And all that stuff that you just thought was the most important thing and making you feel like a rock star more or less, that stuff all went away in an instant. I'm 1,000 miles away from home. I want to be there. I want to have a hand in what's going on. I'm hearing the response as this is happening in real time. So I'm listening to sirens and chaos as people are watching the house up in flames basically across the street. And what can you do? I mean, as fast as you move, you're not getting there until a half a day later. Between the friends and family members up in New England and Massachusetts that sprung into action and helped us out, there was 2 other groups that made that whole situation really something else. And it was a combination of the Citadel family down here, who, you hear them talk about that network and being a part of that and what it means to wear that ring. And, the way that people I didn't even know. I mean, we had folks across the country, never met me, didn't know who I was, but because I was here, they wanted to help their family member. And the other group was strength coaches. I mean, there's a lot of people in this country that do this job, that have a harder job than me, but we had strength coach staffs pooling together money that are in our conference. I mean, these are opponents that we're going out, and on Saturdays, we want to see them lose. To have that kind of support network and that kind of fraternal connection with people, not because of anything that I did, but just because we seem to understand what we do in the process of becoming a strength coach and what we say we're about, it'll put you beside yourself, man. To see some of those people, names that I've heard about and I've read about. And it wasn't just my friends in my inner circle. I mean, it was people that I read their posts and articles, I buy their books, and went and visited people weeks after that. And people I never knew even heard about that incident or knew who I was, told me that we had a lot of people praying for you out here. It'll rock you, man. It'll make you realize that this community is strong. Adversity makes you better. That's why the alumni network is the way it is, because they know the price that they've paid in being a cadet there. That's why when you've coached there, you leave and you talk about what it was like to coach there, because you faced your greatest challenges there. I don't know how many people that get to go to work and they work alongside a Navy SEAL commander as their commandant, a 3-star general in the Air Force. Those are 2 of the people that I get to learn from every day. Our athletic director, Jim Center, is as close to a level 5 leader as I have worked with. And I see that on a daily basis. And I see people come in and they're one version of themselves as a knob, and they are an entirely different version of themselves as a senior graduate. A question I get is, how do you motivate those kids day in and day out? And I love that question because that's like a typical thing that people want to know on an interview and people on the outside. And my response to them is, I don't spend much time doing motivation, man. They motivate me more than anything else. I go to work with a fully charged battery because of what I see them commit to and what I see them execute throughout their career there. And when I see them do that, there's no chance that I'm moving backwards or slowing down.
Man, it was great finally getting the chance to get down here and hang out with you, man. Appreciate it so much for having us.
Pleasure's all ours, man. I know I'm speaking for a lot of people in the industry that we appreciate all the work you guys are doing, and keep it up because it's bringing a tremendous amount of value to the whole deal, man. So
man, what you guys do here, first class, all the way around, staff, phenomenal place, man, and just truly appreciate your friendship, brother.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, man. Thanks so much.
Seeing you.
You too.
Take care.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Man, what a great couple of days. Donnell and I have been friends for a long time, and this is the first opportunity that I've had to see him and his staff in action, and it just confirms what I've already known. I mean, the guy is a phenomenal coach, but more importantly, he is a phenomenal human being, and he just exemplifies all that's good in our profession in a big, big way. And so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate those of you that like, share, and comment. Make sure to check back next month for the latest episode of Beyond the Chalk.
We're not beating them on the look test. You're not getting off the bus and you're saying, wow, they're overburdened with talent at the Citadel. But you will see players play with heart, and that starts with confidence. And it's because our coaches train into them that they have paid a greater cost. They paid the cost to be the boss when they come here with us. And in the weight room, they know that we're not spending all year long talking about stretching and maintenance and protecting them. We're trying to create a tougher, more durable athlete, and we're doing that through hard work. Our players know when it comes time to game day that they have put that work in, and it's not false anymore. It's something that they believe in their hearts has given them the abilities to go out there and outperform people when it comes down to the wire. And if you look at last season and the amount of games, I think it was 5 games we won in the fourth quarter. We had to come back and they were tight ball games, and we did that. Our players know that after that Tuesday practice, they know that they've seen the toughest challenge of the week. They're gonna get out there on Saturday and it's gonna be another colored jersey and all that. But they've faced the fire because of Brent Thompson and Blake Carroll and Lou Conte, that football staff. Hopefully they look back at the weight room and they know, yeah, that summer conditioning that we did, those crazy squat sets that we did, the side of the ball conditioning drill that we get that really breaks them off. They look back on that and they're like, I've been through the pain, and now it's time to go collect.